to meet you, my beautiful online audience, and I'm so pleased again to meet you, my damn self.
Hello.
Alright, so welcome to our first episode of the Ladies Gossip, and today we'll be talking about the crazy things you and I have done for love. Please do not forget to like, share, and comment your experience on the comment section. So, we've heard so much stories on this love thing, and I guess we all have our own definitions of love, what love is, right?
Yeah.
So to me now, I think love is a whole lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
You have to go out of your comfort zone to make sure that this person is actually okay.
That's good.
Then in that verge of trying to go out from your comfort zone, you will not end up doing one weird thing that if people hear, they'll be like,
did you really do it?
This girl really do it, you get. So I remember when you said that a guy wrote your name on the front of, like, what I was wanting to do that. Imagine writing Ada.
The full name. And the funny thing that we're not in the same class.
Yes.
A is in B.
Yes.
So definitely what brings us together is maybe during lesson time in the evening, then I'll go to his class where we have the combined, that's the general subject, English, maths. So I will not be on my seat. I probably after the assignment or the class what I was giving, when it's not time to return the book back to the students, I'll go and collect my book. Then later I'll be hearing Noma Chukuma.
No, I feel like he's trying to pass some information to you.
No,
to make everybody know that you are his babe.
Yes.
Then your lover, your teenage lover, is everything to you.
Yes, because at that point,
choose your teenage lover over your parents that is calling
this is someone that is actually scared of you. Like, he can't even.
Like, did he ever approach you? Like,
he did approach, but
that's not really approaching you, because then you don't even know what it means for a man to approach you.
Well, yes.
Yeah, he said something like I like you. In this country school love, when he tells you I like you, and when you see the butterflies,
and you be blushing when you go back to the hostel. Mine was just like, his name is Chidera. He was my namesake then. Okay. So everybody thought that Aduga and Chidera will make a very good match.
Wow.
No, but even if you go back to my school and ask about Aduga and Chidera, like, our relationship was very...
At some point, you were dreaming that you guys will meet tomorrow.
Obviously, who didn't dream about
that?
That's where I want you to
tell us.
What are the promises he made to you that made you feel like... Yes, it's true.
Yes, okay. During Valentine's Day, he got me this chain. Okay. Because it's a Catholic school, so we normally wear this chaplet that has cross on it. Okay. So he came to the class one day because I was in SS2A then. He was in SS2B downstairs. Okay. So he came and was like, walked into my class and brother was around. Like, when he now came in, everybody was like, Jesus.
How are you feeling?
Brother now left us. I was like, this class people are always fond of making noise. He now went downstairs. Then I just came straight to my table, dragged that chair out of my neck, like, cut it. Now give me the one that he bought for me.
So this
everybody was like, oh. Then after class, like after nice prep, the whole people that their guys got gifts for everybody was now doing comparison. This is the only smile. Get that kind of a thing.
I can imagine that moment.
At some point, do you stay like this and think that the people you said yes to, people you said yes to, you guys look at the relationship, if they walk up to you and tell you, hi babe, what will you say today?
I don't think I will have that.
You're looking well.
It's so weird because, no. I can't even imagine it.
Things we did
I can't
as
imagine
a teenager.
What did you do? Please tell us what you did.
See, let's not go down.
Please, actually,
that point where he tells you life without you
is miserable.
You know that point where he tells you that
even
if you guys will go to the same university, you guys will live together. Like you will do
might actually study the same course.
He do your assignment for you. Do your assignment for him. Like
he would actually attend lectures for you. You guys are not careful. He will leave his own class.
That was our dream. Should I call it dream or imagination?
Anyone.
Because at some point I feel like I've made it in life. I've seen my missing ribs. Even in university we're going to marry. I'll have boys going to cousin how many kids are going to have. Did I tell you that?
And the names to give your kids. I get it.
Sometimes sometimes when I go home, I pick my journal and I start reading the useless names I wrote. I don't even know.
Do you imagine washing plates and you are so lost in thoughts in the place that you are watching?
Something you told you, there's a promise he gave you, start laughing like your friend. Mother will ask you, why are you laughing? You say, like, hey, mommy, not
what do you have to say? Like, what do you have to say to this guy that actually broke the bank? Like, he went to the bank, robbed the bank to buy engagement ring for the girlfriend.
Please, what if he gets caught?
Okay, no, like it's not about when he gets caught. You can do anything for love. Okay?
Yes, you can. You can.
You know, people
when he's in the prison behind the bars, when he finally gets arrested,
yes,
and being jailed for robbing the bank,
yes,
the girl marry another man. That's the most lovely and funny.
Because if I'm the one, I will not wait for you.
How can I even wait for you when I know you? See, that's what we do for love.
And by the time he might even eventually
if you check very well, maybe the guy's love was higher
than the lady's, right?
Because it was supposed to be a mutual something. If I do for you, you do for me.
But you know, did you at the point in time check what the lady has done for him before he went?
Okay,
I don't think you did.
This is where I feel like we're getting it all wrong.
Yes.
Some people feels like the guy's love should be bigger than the girls, and where some people feels like the girl's love should. But me, I feel like it's a mutual thing. Yes. You guys had an agreement that people want to enter this relationship together. You guys had an agreement that you guys want to do this.
Yes.
And when you're entering this relationship, you cannot enter a relationship and you feel like, oh, let's just be in a relationship, we cannot do anything.
Can we say this is sacrifice?
It's not sacrifice, that's foolishness.
No, okay? I don't think
it's not. That foolishness is too blunt, like it's too straightforward. Like
yes. No. Let's check.
Okay.
Let's check.
That guy that wrote your name on that size book. What was that?
Stupidity.
People that I heard this one time said how she collected money for her parents to do what? Oh, okay. What was that? What would you call yourself at some point?
Then I will say ignorance because I will call it.
That was not ignorance.
No, you're just trying No, you must call it.
I cannot call it spade.
No, you actually have to call it spade.
No, then now I didn't understand what love is like. And now, concerning the story.
What were you doing? Was that love?
But it's not.
I will call it love.
Okay, who taught you about love?
Nobody.
But it's not actually advisable. It's not. You can't actually encourage people to
do such things.
Exactly. How would you break it?
It's too extreme. Like it's too extreme. Like that sacrifice is too extreme. Mine was that I scammed my dad that I needed so amount of money.
Yeah.
So what happens? Like, imagine I went to steal the money.
What if there was an open fire, probably with the police or something,
and he died?
Exactly.
Yes. So
he won't even be able to express that.
We will call his own. We will call it love, but it's not that the love was too extreme. Okay. Like he's not supposed to endanger himself,
his life,
not just himself.
Like.
Check it. He didn't even think of the girl. Like I'm not sure he actually thought about.
Do you know? If by any chance this girl was killed, the girl won't mourn him.
She will.
But not as long as
that. If she really finds out, like, that if she really finds out the reason why the guy did what. Because she wouldn't know that this guy is doing this thing just to get the.
But actually, robbing the bank is a criminal offense.
But do you know? Don't even talk about robbing the bank. Let's talk about about what's happening now. Our teenagers in secondary school. Like how they go extreme just for the boys. Let me call these guys the boys in their school.
Yes, in school. Crazy things are happening.
Yes, especially will say now is my boyfriend, is my girlfriend.
At what age, please?
It's just that some parents will have to actually look into things like this. You get, like, when they say charity begins at home, whatever we learn now there's somewhere it began. We might have seen it in movies. That's why sometimes if you watch movies, they'll tell you rated something. And you still see some parents who allow their children to.
Then you know that some people learn at home. When they leave their house, they unlearn and learn whatever they want to learn. Like they unlearn the things that their parents taught them. You know, right? Because in boarding school, you have to stay there for a long time, interact with different people from different home. That's going to influence you, whether negatively or positively. So some of things.
There was something I saw on, I don't know whether it's on Insta or a TikTok, just like a quote. The person was like, "Don't blame my parents for my actions. They taught me well, but I didn't make use of that advice." That's something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Although we can't really control. We can't really control them outside.
Did the parents teach you how to took them and pay for a guy?
No,
and give the guy the money?
No. We can see all those things with phones. Like, you know, we have phones.
Things are happening on the
children now have phones. Like, you will see
a child of 7 years.
If
you see the big
carrying a big Android phone.
Okay, that's where I feel like our parents are getting it wrong. Because at some point, they are contributing to whatever our teenagers are doing. Because you don't expect a child that you've given a smartphone
at a very tender age.
So you can give them a smartphone, but technology has limit. Like you can limit what they can watch. You can limit the kind of
and monitor them from time to time. The kind of movies they watch. Because I don't understand how a child of 7 years is watching a movie that me as an adult have to.
But do you know that
cannot watch,
most parents, when their kids get back from school, they don't like. There's a way you come. Like now, while I was still in secondary school, when I dress in the morning for school, like you would actually it will be so obvious the sizing up from your head down to your toe.
Yes.
There was a day I didn't go to school because of what I was wearing. I was sent back to go back to my room.
Just like my mom can't.
But most parents don't do that now.
Most parents don't.
Like, even when they don't even watch you
when you
like,
they will tell you, leave them. It's their time. What do you mean by leave them? It's their time. What time are you talking about?
Depending on the parents, the kind of parents I have. If I dress up, I'll have to go and show myself to them. Mommy, do you like this outfit? Okay? If she doesn't like it, she'll tell you go back. She will follow you down to your wardrobe
to check for
what you're going to wear.
That's your parents telling you this wearing is not good. Go back to your. My mom will meet you you come to church. She will tell you to go home and change your clothes and come back. She's giving you 20 minutes.
Okay, so what do you advise now to these parents now that don't really look into their children? Then at the end, their children will now end up doing crazy things
Well, you know that most times what parents exhibit at home, there's this effect
it has on their children
outside.
Yes,
because if you have a parent that is nonchalant, you don't expect the child to be. My parents will not say anything, so let me just go ahead and.
That's why sometimes when they meet these boys will not tell them. You know, when someone keeps telling you the same thing over and over again, it sinks in your memory. You want to do it. So when they meet these boys, I just want to tell them, see how it's done. With those their friends who doesn't care, they will not feel like the boy loves them. And when the love comes in.
But you know, it's advisable to our parents that try to engage your children in discussions. Probably when they are back from school, maybe there's a weekend. Okay, let's say no matter how busy you are, just bring out that time, me and my child's time. Just have a random, not like a general discussion with them. You can even pick your children one after the other to talk with them. I can remember in my JS2 first term, I started seeing my period, my JS2 first term. So I called my guidance number. I was like, Mommy, I have started seeing my period. My mom came that weekend and bought that bag of always pad. Immediately I got back that semester for midterm break. When I started having my sex education, my mom started teaching me everything.
Exactly, very important.
My mom started teaching me everything. She was like, now I started seeing your period though. Anything can happen, no. If you decide, you know when that proper guide was there. She will tell you both the good and the bad one. And she will tell you decide on the way to follow.
Yes, exactly.
Decide on the way to follow.
Somebody doesn't care about teaching
Exactly.
their children sex education.
That I don't care
education part, because I don't understand how your children are scared to talk to you as their parents.
How can I be a girl child and
you cannot relate to your mother when you have issues that she needs to help you handle? That's when you go outside and see these boys, they will deceive you easily.
You know that some parents are very strict.
Yeah, it's true.
To the extent that discussion, they can't have that flow.
Yes.
Because they
get rather find solace in a stranger's hands. Yes, I guess.
And that's when you're not even
sure of the advice that they would get. Because that fear of if I tell my mom this thing, she can just pull down the roof.
Yeah, it's true.
All in the name of correction, trying to. So there are better ways to correct
them, because
children.
I feel like some kind of things, some people did a lot of things while they were in secondary school just because they didn't do it because they wanted to do it. They did it because they want to find solace in the arms of those boys.
They are not supposed to.
Yes. Because they don't
they didn't feel that love at home.
Yes. And that boy starts making them understand that you can confide in me, you can, and the guy starts helping them to write their assignments, start telling them things, and they feel like, because this guy is giving me attention and he's telling me everything,
I can do anything just to prove the fact that
and that's where our parents feels like, oh, my child is doing well, but when your child comes home,
they don't know where it's coming from.
She's always happy because there's somebody out there that's giving her the happiness that's supposed to give her as her mother or as her father.
Even sometimes your mom will ask you, are you okay? But due to that, you'll be like, mommy, I'm okay, just forget it, I'm fine.
I'm fine. And these boys not take advantage of it because they know that you cannot even, you're not thinking. Love has taken over you because
whatever.
There's something that somebody said, it's funny, but I feel like it's true. The person said, the person was asked to define love. Yeah, I saw it online or something. He said when he was a teenager, he defined love as butterflies in the belly. When I saw it, I was so happy, like I was smiling. But that's true.
Yes.
Then when you see butterfly,
you know
that is love. When he talks to you, you blush.
Obviously, you will.
But that's not what love really means.
That's not what love really means.
That's not what love really means, because if that is what love is, I don't think that
things would have gone wrong. Like, most people die for love.
Yes, now. What happened to me, our Mr. Valentine? It's not the story behind
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. It's all very good.
But I feel like what we have to do as parents or as guardians is to give our children listening ears.
Yes.
At all times. Because if you don't, if they find, like now, if you can check, all these teenage girls are not finding solace in the arms of older men because they give them advice. And you know
that's true.
Yes. And they call it love. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know your advice to the teenage.
But for me, before you do any crazy thing for love, like before you do anything, I won't call it crazy.
Whether
before you do anything for love, whether you see it as crazy or you see it as normal, like look for a friend to talk to. This thing I'm about to do for this guy. What do you think about it? You might not really say I'm the one. You might just create a scenario and give to your friend and hear what he or she has to say.
Yeah.
You get? So with that, and again, they're supposed to be thinking.
No,
like, just sit down.
When you're a teenager, and you're in love, you don't think.
This is teenage.
Even at that.
Thinking.
And even at that, before you make any
peer pressure, you're
supposed to
my friend. If my friend can do it,
imagine having a circle of friends that all of them has a boyfriend,
and it's only you that don't have.
You try anything
to
get to where they are because you're lacking behind. And you guys are in secondary school.
That's true. That's true.
You know, it's not like you're in university that at some point you mingle with other friends. How they click in secondary school. People who, people you mingle with, even in exams, you guys sit together, you don't sit together.
You go for break together.
So they are doing this thing and they're happy. You're seeing them happy because after classes they go to meet their boyfriends, they gist under the tree. So you want to.
And again, so in such schools, I think the teachers there too should actually watch them that into this type of things. That's why if you enter a school, they will assign a guardian to you. So I think in such schools now, the teachers should actually make sure that their students are where they are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Time for classes, break time, after break time. Once the school dismisses, you make sure you go back to your hostel. Don't hang around. I would really advise you guys to do anything for love just like that. Before you do something for love, make sure you sit down and think about it. Call people who are close to you and tell them, I'm about to do this thing, how do you see it? You can also confide in your guardian, confide to any of your teachers that you feel you're close to. And don't just go out there and just do anything you feel like you want to do for love, because you may end up endangering your life. And still, after doing that thing you wanted to do, you will still see that maybe the guy did not really appreciate it enough the way you're supposed to. So please guys, don't forget to drop your own experience on the comment section. So on our next episode, we'll still continue from where we stopped. So have a nice day. Bye.